On this
Start this from
episode of
scratch.
another man having these same complaints about Call of Duty Black Ops 7. It's bad, man. It's really bad.
I love that he's always talking to that chicken.
Oh my god.
I just wanted some sauce on those zingers.
All right, everybody, welcome to the show. I have a couple shameless plugs. First and foremost, make sure you subscribe to Rich Tomorrow and leave a like. It helps in the algorithm, and even leave a comment, even if it's something mocking me. Your content's terrible. Thank you. Thank you for your engagement. Free things to do, doesn't cost you a penny. Also, too, I have an ASMR channel called Tech25 ASMR. I just relatively recently uploaded a new video, and I have another one that I'm cooking up that will be uploaded fairly soon. So make sure you also sub to Tech25 ASMR. Now we can complain about Call of Duty Black Ops 7 together. So I'll admit I'm guilty as charged. I complain about Call of Duty every year, and every year I end up buying it, and it's the one game that I actually enjoy playing online multiplayer with. So every year I'm like, oh, it's the same thing. I end up buying it. Oh, it's the same thing. I end up buying it. But Black Ops 7 is seeming to hit different for various reasons, mostly AI artwork and a very terrible campaign. And people are getting Call of Duty fatigue. Finally.
Lol. Call of Duty fatigue. Kind of like how you have black fatigue and Indian fatigue. My water bottle's all the way over there.
It's
I'm
time
not
to
getting up
refresh
to
it
get
again, Activision. It's time. You did it in 2019. Let's have that magic come back once again. It's now 2025. It's getting stale. Now, this first story is from late October. And they were talking about pre-orders here. So we were already getting signs that the Call of Duty fatigue was real. Anyway, a new report from GamesIndustry.biz based on data provided by Alinea Analytics showed that in the lead up to launch, Black Ops 7 is trails, again, this is from late October, far behind the numbers of Battlefield 6 was able to pull. Setting the parameters here, this is based on data from Steam pre-order sales for Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty Black Ops 7, 18 days ahead of their respective launches. Within that 18-day lead-up period, Battlefield 6 was able to close to 1 million copies in pre-orders. Black Ops 7 is only...
Not surprising. They're the big face front FPS games. They're like the generic games that everybody plays. It's Madden, Call of Duty, FIFA, NBA 2K. Those are just like the generic games that a lot of people just play. They're just mainstream and basic.
200K pre-order copies sold. Yes, that is because people are tired of Call of Duty. Just the name Black Ops 7 should tell you all that you need to know. It's time to freshen things up.
And that's kind of sad that Battlefield 6 is selling so much more, because Call of Duty is like name brand FPS game franchise. They're like cream of the crop. So you know it's going to shit
Or at
now.
least Activision every other year, it would make people, I guarantee you, it would not even hit your yearly sales figures as much as you think. Because if you could do every other year and then focus on content for that year's installed Call of Duty and have content for it for 2 years, not only would it be, you would have more time to develop and freshen up the game and make something new, you would also be able to focus on the current release of Call of Duty, where you could make more content for it and it makes the consumer feel like they got their money's worth instead of you just, throwing out the same slop every year. Now with more AI slop, which they've been doing for a while, but people called it out this time right away. But nonetheless, the pre-order numbers already show that people like, oh my God, another Black Ops game. Yay, can't wait. So here is another banger. They have been using AI artwork when initially...
That's egregious. They're using AI art. You know, the one game I feel like is very clearly, in terms of art, direction, and style, a lot of love is poured into is Marvel Rivals. Like those animated pictures. They're like Apple Live photos in your iPhone. They just look so good. And I know those are crafted with so much care and love and skill, unlike this crap. And I believe it too. Hold on, let me turn my mouse back on. I believe it too, because look at this. This definitely is
Activision
AI.
and Treyarch said that everything in the game has been touched with human hands. Well, that was a lie. Here is them showing. Here's someone on X showing Kumasicles, showing the artwork, and yeah, they used Ghibli AI. Like I've actually done that on Grok
I wonder how they found out what
while
they were
back,
using though.
where you could go.
But yeah, this is definitely AI. It just has that look. And I just created an AI Ben 10 picture, and the art style and shading is similar to this. So I know
into
it's
Grok
I know it's true.
and just type in Ghibli, and you can make yourself look like this kind of artwork right here. So yeah, they used AI, and they actually, before you think maybe they didn't, Rich, maybe they just had that Ghibli or whatever the hell it's called, giblets art style. No. Nope. You would hope that, but they came out and admitted it. Now, PC Games, and that's the article I have up here. They reached out to Activision to see if they would confirm if there was AI artwork. And here was what they replied back with. Like so many around the world, basically, well, they do it too. We use a variety of tools, including AI tools, to empower and support our teams to create the best gaming experiences possible for our players. How about your parent company, Microsoft, is a multi-trillion dollar company, and they should be able to hire the talent to actually make the artwork, not that you just...
Exactly. They shouldn't even need this. Microsoft is like top 5 biggest
click a
MNCs
mouse
on the
button
planet.
and Grok and make the artwork that way. Anyway, our creative process continues to be led by the talented individuals in our studios until we lay them off and replace them with AI.
And lay them off like 5 months before the game
is
releases.
already happening right now as we speak. So how is Call of Duty Black Ops 7 doing? Going on to the concurrent players in Steam. Yes, I realize there are other platforms out there like PlayStation and Xbox, which I know a lot of people who play Call of Duty are on there, but still, you can't tell me that this is not indicative of how Call of Duty is doing as a whole. So what is the concurrent player count for these games? Now, the green line is Call of Duty. The pink line, or orange line, excuse me, is Battlefield 6. And the blue line is...
That's that middle-aged colorblindness, Rich. That's that middle-aged colorblindness.
which is blowing up on Steam. And yeah, it has its own AI issues, but nonetheless. So the chart says everything, but let's just go by the numbers right here, man. This is literally right now is according to Steam DB. So there are 288 players, over 288,000 players, I mean to say, on Battlefield 6 right now, more than. Arc Raiders, over 442,000. Damn, man, that game is killing it. It's insane. And then Call of Duty, which just had a release just yesterday, is at 93,000.
Wow, it couldn't even break 6 figures in its first day release. And then look at this too. The peak was look at the gap in the all-time peak for Battlefield 6 last month. Arc Raiders 6 days ago, less than a week. Call of Duty 3 years ago, meaning their last 3 releases, which should have been so we're on what, 7 now? Black Ops 7, 6, 5. It hasn't been this good since Call of Duty Black Ops 4, assuming that was the one. I'm just using 4 as a placeholder for the last 3 previous games. Wait, hold on. 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, it would be 4. If that was the name of the game that was released then. Hold on, let me Google it. It's 2025. What Call of Duty was released in 2022? Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's that one. Either way, the point is, it hasn't gotten this high since 3 years ago, which is sad. And it's a sign that it's been steadily declining over the past 3 years. So much so that it can't hit 100k on the first day of release. Also, as I was mentioning with the AI art, I made Benton AI art. It has a very similar look. This one is actually worse because it doesn't have the Omnitrix logo. Anyways, I'm going off topic. Let's
just
get back
over
to
93 or almost 94,000, sorry, players currently playing right now. What about 24-hour peaks? Battlefield 6, over 288,000. Call of Duty, essentially, well, it just came out, the new one, so I'm sure the number would be the same. Arc Raiders, numbers seem similar there. All-time peak, though. The all-time peak, this is interesting. Battlefield 6 has officially beaten the all-time peak of Call of Duty for all time on Steam, with Battlefield 6 being at 747,000 concurrent
That's
players.
pretty good.
Call of Duty, its peak was 3 years ago at almost 500,000 players. Again, Battlefield 6 beat it. And Arc Raiders is nipping at Call of Duty's butt cheeks with 462,488 players. So I understand, again, that this is just a snapshot on one platform, but there was a time where Call of Duty would have been way ahead of its competitors, and it wouldn't even be close. But what about the campaign?
Exactly. Because, like I said, it's a cream of the crop shooting game. It's the #1 shooting game everybody thinks of. Because their
Call of
name
Duty Black
brand.
Ops 7.
It's a name brand franchise.
It's the worst campaign in a Call of Duty game ever, which is saying something because there's been some other pretty bad Call of Duty campaigns, but this comes from Eurogamer.net. For one, the Call of Duty campaign cannot be paused, even if you're playing on your own. The narrative
that doesn't even make sense, but I'll just let him play the rest.
But no AI companions come in to replace the role another player would. It has no checkpoint system, meaning if you quit out of the game for any reason,
horrendous.
You'll have to start a mission over from the beginning. Also, the campaign requires an online connection at all times, meaning if you suddenly go offline for whatever reason, including game updates, which can appear daily and without warning, you'll lose progress. And from what I hear, it's just like a single player version of Warzone. And someone showed one of the end bosses, which will look like the skip at a toilet.
Yeah, that looks like something out of a PUBG DLC.
Just make it multiplayer. Just make
that
it
doesn't look like Call of Duty anymore.
Doing? Listen, as a person who actually prefers the game to look like the skip at a toilet, why even? Someone showed one of the end bosses, which will look like the skip at a toilet.
I do kind of like the atmosphere with the red clouds, though. It's very dystopian. And the sunlight on the right makes it so much better. Also, I love how she looks in this.
Why even just make it multiplayer? Just make it multiplayer. What are you doing? Listen, as a person who actually prefers the gameplay of Call of Duty games in multiplayer over Battlefield games, I'm happy, though, that Battlefield 6 is giving Call of Duty a run for its money because, yes, it has been stale for a very long time. And as a person who enjoys the multiplayer, I want to see Activision and the studios under it do better to make this experience new and fun again, because Call of Duty still is my favorite multiplayer game to play. And that's saying something because usually I hate multiplayer and I don't want to see them screw.
Hopefully this is a learning experience for them. I would like to think if the numbers tank low enough, and the earlier they tank lower, it's more indicative is what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I'm speaking so fast and messing up my words. I need to take my time. It's not even breaking 100K the first day, and it's Call of Duty. I find that closing my eyes makes it easy for me to carry across these points. Not that I can't do it with my eyes open, but it's just better when they're closed. I can do it with my eyes open. Let me do that so you guys can see. Yeah, it's time to go back to the drawing board. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know why this push for online only games. Even for story mode with online verification, Control does it. Basically, all of Rockstar's PC versions of their games do it. Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 5, GTA 4. What else? Hogwarts Legacy every now and then. Let me go to my Steam library real quick. My Steam games love to do that. Hold on, I'm going back to desktop mode. I'm really finna waste the whole time talking about this. So all of the Rockstar PC games that I have, RDR2, GTA 5. But at least with those, you could disconnect the Wi-Fi. Still sucks, but at least you could disconnect. With this, you have to keep it on. Oh, don't get me started on Ubisoft. Watch Dogs Legion, I think I have to have Wi-Fi for that. Immortals Phoenix Rising. What else? I'm looking through my library to see if there's anything else that I have that issue with. But yeah, Ubisoft's, their launches are god-awful. No, I think that's it for me. Yeah, that's it for me. Library-wise. But yeah, I don't know what the corporate financial incentive is for this push for making games have to be online with no Wi-Fi. I mean, and they're not able to function with no Wi-Fi, even when they clearly don't need to. I don't know what the underlying
they just
reason
think
is.
it prints money even if the game sucks, which I'm sure in the end it'll still sell well because it is Call of Duty. But as you see, the numbers don't lie, and people's anger towards the AI artwork doesn't lie. People are getting sick of Activision slop. This is Rich Tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Ocean water. Ocean water. Ocean water. Ocean
Crazy work,
ocean
man.
water.
Crazy work. Activision needs to get their act together. You see what I did there? Yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Hopefully they fix this. Goodbye.